Finally, then, to restructure. This is about changing the markets. It's about creating products that can serve at the bottom of the economic pyramid for the 4 billion people who still live on less than $2 a day. Cemex has been one of the companies that's been very successful on this. They're a building and construction company that have designed many houses that are specifically low cost and adapted to people who are poor. Changing the rules of the game usually requires a dialogue, an agreement between the government and business. And this is a good example. It's another one of the cases in the Age of Responsibility. The Corporate Leaders Group on Climate Change was set up because the government in the UK, in Britain, was saying they can't create bold policy on climate change because business always lobbies against them. And business was saying they can't invest in renewable, low-carbon technologies because they don't have a clear policy framework. And so the Corporate Leaders Group worked as an intermediary between these two groups to get them to agree on how they could make bold policy. And today, the UK has probably the strongest climate change legislation in the world, partly as a result of this. And sometimes changing the markets requires governments to step in. I'm sure we'll come to this in the panel discussion, but what is the role of government? If we look at incandescent light bulbs, there came a point when the European Union said we now will ban the old light bulbs, and you can only buy the compact fluorescent low-energy light bulbs. So at some stage, after companies have done CSR and innovated and shown that a better way is possible, governments need to come in and say, this is now the new higher standard. So we change the rules of the game. So I end with a simple test. If that's all been a bit too much, a bit too confusing, how do we know if a business is fit for the future? We always just ask them, are they prepared to admit the extent of the impacts that they're having and the size of the problem that we face? If you look into the data, most of these trends are heading in the wrong direction. Are companies willing to admit that they are part of the problem? But secondly, are they willing to show the leadership through ambition, setting goals that will get us to the solutions we need, goals that are as big and as urgent as the problems that we face? Thank you for your attention.
네, 확신으로 가득 찬 열정적인 강연 잘 들었습니다.